Hello. Today I want to show you something, and I want to show you the work I did on Prehistoric Park because I don't think people truly grasp the amount of work I did to make Prehistoric Park, I guess, as flat as I did. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into a new world, with absolutely no modifications, and show you where it started. And then we'll come back here and I will show you what I've done. Alright, we are here in 26.1.1, the newest version to date, and I will show you what the world looked like before I terraformed everything. So, we first have to fly in this direction just to get to the place where everything takes place. So the village is here, although there are a few differences between this world as it is now and how it was. The first main difference is that lava pool right there was not here. Second main difference, there was a 2-story large house in the village. And the third and final difference is this pit is a little bit different. There's not much difference. The main difference is that it slants off to the side and down into the chasm, as where on Prehistoric Park, it was an older version and there was a platform here because an archaeologist tent spawned down here. But yeah, this is everything that I terraformed in Prehistoric Park. The land masses are the exact same. The only difference is generation in lava pools, caves, and structures. Those are the only things that are different. The land is still exactly the same. So, of course, you have the original chasm, which is where I got my first fossils in the series, I believe, which was under one of these few blocks. But I have completely terraformed all of this down to level 23, which I believe is this here. Yes, so, sorry, not 23, level 63, which is the exact layer of the ocean. So it's completely level with the water, which was one of the main struggles, was getting everything to the exact same level, and stuff that had water having to plug up. Because there's a lot of holes throughout this area that has water. And then the only other hard part was like figuring out how much of this mountain and how much of this area over here I'd have to get rid of. What I did was I used this chasm here and I brought it around to here, and then I just pulled it off to the water. I pulled it to the water here. This side, though, is a different story because of this right here. There's a cave here. So I pushed the mountain back and I built a makeshift wall about right here in the cave, probably. So I built this wall and I carved out everything else. And as I got over here, I started to do a staircase method down over here and down over here, and I pulled those staircases together and I got rid of everything that was extra. The main struggle was not that there. The main struggle was this hill here. This was the main struggle, but once again, that wasn't the hardest part. The hardest part was that this is not level 63. This is level 63. So all of this, I just had to create like an entire platform just to stand on, and then go over here and find out what here was level 63, and then dig everything that was above it to make a completely flat surface. This lava pool was not here though. Actually, it might have been. I don't know. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks since I've been on Prehistoric Park, so I don't fully remember. I know the beginning of the video I was on it, but that's because I'm doing this first, and then I'm doing the first and last section, second and third. This chasm was here. This island is completely flat as well. I flattened this one after this one, but I pulled the river. I made a platform and I connected these two rivers together and made a bridge to this island. Also, most of the stuff that's on this island, I don't think was here. I remember there was a lava pool there, and that's also missing. That one there actually might have been the one that's here, and it's just been moved. That tends to happen. Structures and different generations tend to move. But yeah, this was Prehistoric Park before I terrained everything, before I dug for over a month at a time. And we are back. So, before we go any further, I just want to say that this is a copy of Prehistoric Park. So, the fact that I'm in creative, don't worry, it's just a copy. But the animals, the buildings, that's all real. Alan, I need to borrow your bed for a second. I made a mistake. Okay. So, let me take my shield off. Let me show you truly how much I've done. Of course, there was the hill I was telling you about. Everything on the side that I got rid of. If there was a faster way to fly, there we go. Go a little bit of speed. You can kind of see the staircase method I was talking about. And then, of course, everything here is clear. Cobblestone generator. Okay, your AI is still here. Good. Everything here, all the water that was filled up. Most of this is pretty much normal. There wasn't a lot of stone I had to replace. There was some stone here and a little bit back there. Most of the stone was under that big hill. That house, this house right here, is the original house. Is still an original house from the village. I did not destroy this one. This is the only house I did not destroy from the village. There is this here, which I actually might turn this into an enclosure at one point. I have an idea for it, actually. But villagers are in here, or at least they should be. Yeah, they're in there. This archaeologist, this right here, both the pit and the tent. This is what was inside of that cave. I moved it to the surface, and while digging out this pit here, I found some iron ore. So I didn't have to fake the iron ore that was in it. This tar pit, I think this is one level too high, but when I reset the server, the tar pit was completely empty for some reason, so I had to refill it because of just reasons. Because putting it to 1.20, messing up, and then reverting it back to 1.18 caused a lot of problems, which is why you haven't seen an episode in a while. And then, of course, there's the river I connected, the bridge, and the enclosure itself with Apache, a Diplo, a Theory, and Parasaurolophus, and then Stegos, Ankies, and Trike. I am filming this after the last episode you got of Prehistoric Park, but that is because of how much truly has been done here. Now, Let's see if I can accurately pinpoint about where this cave was. So I'm going to say about right here where this chicken is. Okay, apparently that's not a good spot. Let's run here. Nope. Okay, maybe a little bit actually, maybe I'm not back far enough. That could be the problem. And it was. Oh yes. Let me keep light. Night vision. Night vision, night vision. Swiftness, invisibility, night vision is the first potion. Okay. As you can see, platform from where the thing was. I pretty much filled everything in. Yes, I smelted stone and filled it in. I don't know why. I'm insane. And there's still a decent room of stuff down here. But yeah. Here's the platform. So that is pretty much it for Prehistoric Park. Or at least, yeah, that's it for this video. I've shown you what I've done. I've shown you where it started. And now you have a little bit more of a better understanding of what I went through. This took over 2 months of my time. I worked on it a little bit every weekend. And only on the weekends, but it took 2 months of nothing but weekends to completely finish this. And there you go. That is Prehistoric Park.